This video is for people who are highly ambitious, who have big dreams, big goals set out for themselves, and they've always felt a little bit different, knowing that they're capable of doing a lot more. But you see the people online, kids your age or maybe even younger than you, who are succeeding, and it seems to be super easy for them. And you deal with the constant anxiety of, what if I don't actually make it? Why is it so much harder for me than it is for everybody else? And I want to share my ideas and thoughts on that exact topic because that's what I have been struggling with. My name is Ace. I'm an online fitness coach. I help people take their average physiques and I turn them elite, changing their physical but also mental health around it and help them build a newfound confidence that they didn't even know that they could have by enduring hardships. I want to start off by telling a story that actually prompted me into making this video, and that was an anxiety attack that I actually dealt with yesterday during church. I wanted to quickly pop in and say something. I usually wouldn't share something like this, of course, because I wouldn't want to look weak or soft in front of everybody. That's the truth. But I'm deciding to be pretty vulnerable in doing so because I'm man enough to admit that we also deal with our own emotions. By no means am I looking for any sympathy or anybody to say, oh, look how hard his life is, because it's not. It's just life. That's what we all deal with. The reason I'm sharing this is because in the hopes of even just helping one person. If one person sees this video, can apply what I have done to help me into their life and it helps them, that is the most fulfilling thing that I could ask for. Yesterday while I was sitting in church, I had this constant anxiety from a recent trial and challenge that I have been facing and struggling very much from in my life. I was sitting there in church, very anxious thoughts throughout the service. And at one point I was sitting next to my mom and she turned over and she asked me, she said, "Are you okay?" And in that moment, everything kind of just came crashing down and I felt tears coming to my eyes. And as a 20-year-old man, I'm not gonna sit there and cry in church. It's pretty embarrassing. So I grabbed my water bottle, grabbed my keys, and I ran out to my truck and I just broke down. My whole world became so small around all these anxious thoughts that I have been putting aside for so long about trying to grow my business, this recent trial and struggle that I've been facing. Everything just came collapsing in. But after that, I drove around because the only way that I could explain the feeling that I was having was I felt claustrophobic. I felt like I had to get out, I had to run, I had to go somewhere. Yet there was nowhere to really go. So while being in my church attire, I did the only thing that I thought was best for me to do. I stopped at the gas station, I grabbed a honey stinger and a zero sugar Gatorade. I took off my button-up shirts and I just started to run at a park nearby. While my brain felt so chaotic, the only thing necessary that I felt I could do was to run. Because if there is one thing that I have learned while facing all of this anxiety, while being so ambitious, is what if there was a way to use that anxiety to become better because of it? And that is exactly what I have always done. When I'm dealing with these thoughts, when I'm dealing with the anxiety, I challenge myself. I challenge myself to go and endure hardship, to push myself physically, to push myself mentally, whether that is taking an ice bath, a cold shower, hitting a new PR, or running in the rain. I will push myself when I'm dealing with this anxiety. Because when your brain is put into a survival mode, it has no choice but to deal with that issue. Now, you're not worried about a breakup. You're not worried about what your friends are thinking. You're not worried about the homework that you have. You're more worried about pushing that weight off your chest so you don't die. Now, sure, at the end of the PR, you're gonna re-rack the weight. You're gonna feel great, but then that anxiety and those thoughts come flooding back. But one thing has changed when you start to endure that hardship, and that is the unconscious mind understands now that you can actually get through the hard things. And when I go and run for 3 miles in the pouring rain, in the crazy wind, I love that. Because I understand if I am able to get through this anxiety attack while running in the rain, there's nothing that can stop me because I have been through worse. I have pushed myself through the ice baths, I pushed myself through the bench PRs, I pushed myself on the runs. So this little anxiety attack, this trial that I'm facing, it doesn't matter. It becomes so small. And time again, I have proven to myself that I cannot slow down just because of the anxiety and the bad thoughts that I am facing. And if your brain is able to have that much control over you, imagine what you could do if you could take control of that. And every time that you deal with it, you turn it into something productive. Now, I don't have an issue with grown men dealing with anxiety and having emotions, but I have an issue when you let them control you. When you sit down and you become a victim, when you let the anxiety win. But if you use it to win in your own life, to become productive, to push yourself harder than ever, that is the true escape. Now, the truth is you aren't different, and those people that you see online have their own struggles as well. But the only difference is they never let those struggles stop them. And if I were you, I would challenge you, when you're going through those hard times, to use that energy, the negative thoughts, turn it into something productive, and you will become unstoppable because of it.